Assalamu alaikum. Viewers, welcome to my new video. In this video, I'm going to show another problem which is politics recurse. So first of all, you have to read the question. Then you can see here there is two criteria. One is um, occurring any crime, and other is appointment or hire some police. So if the occurrence of crime is greater than the hiring of police, then the year should be untreated, the crime should be untreated, and then the output should be untreated, should be plus plus or increase. So first of all, you can see the input. The first line input will contain an integer, the number of events. The next line will contain any space separated by the integers. If the integers is -1, the means it crimes occurs, and if 1, then it means that uh, hire a police. So first example, you can see 3 -1 and 1. Here untreated case is 2, and then you can see other here is. So after that we have to go to our replete, and then we can solve this problem in two way. Firstly I show you those. uh, so first of all, you have to take in input from user. So here we write int and is equal to c dot next int. After that we have to run a loop where for loop. So after that we have to run a for loop here. Before that we have to declare an array. So we write int array is equal to new int of n, and then we have to run a for loop. So here we write for, and here we write for take another variable which is I, and it data should be integer. So we write int I is equal to 0, I is less than n, and I plus plus. So after that, so we have to write, we have to take array from our user. So we write array of I is equal to c dot next int, and then we have to run the for loop again. So we copy those lines and paste here again. We remove this line, and then we run if loop. So here we write the condition if array of I is greater than 0, then if array of I is greater than 0, then C++ P plus is equal to array of I. It means hire a police. So here we take another variable which is P. It means police is initialized by 0, and C means crime initialized by 0, and UC means untreated crime. So it also initialized by 0, and then after that we have to run another if loop. So here we copy our loop, copy this if loop, and then paste here. And after that we have to write if array of I is equal to -1. If array of I is equal to -1, C++, it means crime is increased. So after that here we have to write array dot length I is array dot length minus array dot length. After that, So here we write another if loop, and then here we write a condition which is if P is less than C, it means police is less than C, a crime, then here should be underrated crime should be increases one by one, so we write UC plus plus, and then we write run another if loop where in the condition we write if P is greater than is equal to C. So here what can we do? We have to write P minus is equal to C, and then C is equal to 0, and after all of these things we have to write output statement which is system.out.println, and into the bracket we have to write UC, and we have to end it by semicolon. So after that we have to copy our examples given in our question, and then run this program and check it if it works or not. So here we can see error. So here we have to write array.length minus 1. So again we run our program, and then you can see we paste our program, and then you can see the answer is same. First thing is 8, and then the second answer is 1, and after when we run the program again, and then you can see answer is 2. So we after that is the first process, and we cut this output part, this middle point, or we comment out those lines. So we copy those middle lines, and then here a problem occurred, so it now a headache we have to. So then you can see we first of all we copy and cut this solution, and then I show you the second process, how can you solve this question, solve this problem. So here I cut the first solution, and then we write here. If you can see we take another input from our user, so we write int n is equal to sc.next in. After that we have to run a for loop, so we write for, and in here we take another variable which is I, so we write int I is equal to 0, and then I is less than n and I plus plus. After that we take a variable which is j, and it should be integer, so we write int j is equal to sc.next in, and then here we have to take another variable which is c, so it have also this integer, so we write int c is equal to 0, and h is equal to 0 and uc is equal to 0. we don't need UC. So after that we have to run a if loop. So here we write j, if j is equal to 0, when j value of j is equal to 0, and then and minus 1, and p is equal to 0. It means when crime value is minus 1, and then h is equal to 0, then crime should be, or untreated crime should be increased by 1, increased by 1 by 1. So and if it knows higher plus is equal to j, it means s is equal to s plus j. So after that we have to write this output statement, which is system.out.println. So here into the bracket we write C, and then we close it by semicolon. After that we didn't have need UC, so we remove UC, and then we again run our code, and then we paste our examples, and then you can see the same result, 8 1, and again we run, and 2. After that we copy this question to submit into our, copy this code to submit into our question. So we go to submit code and then paste here, and after that we have to press into the submit button. So we refresh it to a few seconds, so you can see that it's accepted. So after that we submit our first solution. So we go to our replit, and then we cut this, we select the second solve and paste here our first solution. So into the output statement we write UC, and then we select our the solution, and we go to the question again and submit our first solution, and here we paste our first solution, and then press into the submit button. Then you can see it's accepted. So thank you for watching my video. Allah Hafiz.